As a review, let's compare meiosis and mitosis. So on the top is meiosis, on the bottom is mitosis. As you can see, mitosis, after going through interphase, involves only one cellular division. In this example, we're looking at a cell that has 2 pairs of homologous chromosomes. So through the process of interphase, the chromosomes have duplicated. Each of them have sister chromatids. Then they line up. In the metaphase plates, the sister chromatids separate, and you get 2 cells that are identical to each other and the parent cell. With meiosis, there is interphase happening once. Chromosomes gain their sister chromatids, but then the difference is that during prophase 1, the homologous chromosomes line up, they exchange genetic material, and then they line up together instead of forming a single file, as in mitosis. The homologous chromosomes line up together in the metaphase plate. Then during the first division of meiosis, homologous chromosomes are separated, such that by the end of meiosis 1, you're going to get 2 haploid cells from a diploid cell. Then during meiosis 2, pretty much the events are similar to mitosis. The homologous chromosomes, there are no homologous chromosomes in each cell because we separated them. So the chromosomes line up during metaphase 2. They line up together along a line. So they don't hold hands. There's nobody to hold hands with because we separated the homologous chromosomes, unlike meiosis 1. So the chromosomes line up, form a single line in a metaphase plate. During anaphase 2, the sister chromatids are separated, and then you're going to get 2 cells from this particular cell and 2 from that one. So then you're going to end up with 4 cells that are not identical to one another, and they are also not identical to the parent cell that you started with. So let's do more comparison. We're going to compare mitosis and meiosis with respect to various different processes. So the first process we're going to look at is DNA synthesis. Do chromosomes replicate? Yes, for meiosis and mitosis, in both of them, chromosomes replicate, and it happens during the S phase of interphase. Synapses of homologous chromosomes, meaning homologous chromosomes lining up to one another with one another and holding hands, exchanging genetic material. Yes, it happens during prophase 1 of meiosis. No, it doesn't happen during mitosis. Does crossing over happen? Do chromosomes exchange genetic material? Yes, during prophase 1. No, does not happen during mitosis. Do homologous chromosomes line up at the metaphase plate? Yes, during meiosis. During the metaphase 1, no, during mitosis. Do sister chromatids line up at the metaphase plate? Yes, they do, but only during the metaphase 2 during meiosis. And yes, it happens during metaphase of mitosis. What is the outcome? We're asking the number and genetic composition of daughter cells. In meiosis, we get 4 haploid cells at the end of meiosis 2. With mitosis, you get 2 diploid cells at the end of mitosis, and that is if in both of these cases we're starting with diploid cells. Haploid cells can also undergo mitosis, but haploid cells cannot undergo meiosis. They have to be diploid. Okay, some questions. Sexual versus asexual reproduction. Which one is more efficient? Asexual reproduction is more efficient. Why? Because it just involves 1 cell division rather than 2. Which one leads to more diversity? We saw that sexual reproduction leads to more diversity because of crossing over, independent assortment, and random fertilization. Which one is better equipped for adaptation via natural selection? And when we talked about natural selection, we learned that the more variation there is in a population, the better opportunity for adaptation by natural selection. So sexual reproduction produces a better condition for adapting by natural selection because there's just more variation in there. Okay, so we're going to use A, B, and C to answer these questions. Complete this table. Required for growth in multicellular organisms, the answer is A, it's mitosis. Mitosis is the process of cells dividing themselves, and what is growth? It's making more of the same. Produces haploid gametes, that's only B. Mitosis produces more of the same, it doesn't produce haploid gametes. Replicates nuclear DNA, yes, it happens for both of them. Both mitosis and meiosis involve replicating nuclear DNA. Which one is asexual reproduction? It's mitosis. Which one is sexual reproduction? Meiosis is involved in sexual reproduction. Which process replaces damaged cells? Mitosis. Okay, more comparison. How many rounds of DNA replication do you have before mitosis? There's one round during mitosis and one round before mitosis and one round before meiosis. How many rounds of cell division in mitosis? 1. How many rounds of cell division in meiosis? That's 2. You can quiz yourself. Actually, you have access to these slides, so you can view the slide in the present mode and quiz yourself. Separation of sister chromatids occur at what stage? For mitosis, it happens during anaphase. In meiosis, it happens during anaphase 2. Separation of homologous chromosomes occur at what stage? Doesn't happen to mitosis. It happens during anaphase 1 in meiosis. Crossing over between homologous chromosomes doesn't happen in mitosis. It happens during prophase 1 in meiosis. How many daughter cells do we get? 2 from mitosis, 4 from meiosis. So now you have 3 questions to answer. This is another one. That's the next one. And finally, what type of cell division are we looking at? So in A, we see homologous chromosomes have lined up. They have exchanged genetic material. They're sitting at the center of the cell. That should be, since they're all lining up at center of the cell, it should be metaphase. But is it metaphase during mitosis, meiosis? What? Well, since homologous chromosomes have lined up and exchanged genetic material, it would be metaphase 1 of meiosis. In here, we have chromosomes line up end over end. There is no pairing. They are in the middle of the cell. So we see the homologous chromosomes have not paired up. So that should be mitosis in metaphase. And the last one, we see this is a plant cell. We see these little wall is forming in between 2 new nuclei. The chromosomes are starting to decondense. That would be telophase stage of mitosis.